There is a place on Earth where the air is so thin it feels like breathing in the stars. Each breath is a reminder that you are somewhere extraordinary, where the world feels both impossibly vast and intimately close. The silence here is profound, broken only by the whisper of wind and the distant call of a mountain bird. Here, giants of rock and ice scrape the heavens. This is not the Kathmandu you know, but the high, cold mountains of Nepal. These peaks have stood for millennia, their summits lost in swirling clouds, their slopes carved by ancient glaciers. The landscape is both harsh and breathtaking, a place where nature's power is on full display, and every horizon promises a new adventure. Remote villages cling to Himalayan slopes, where time is measured by the sun and the slow creep of glaciers. Life here moves at a different pace, shaped by the rhythm of the mountains and the resilience of the people who call this place home. Each village tells a story of survival, tradition, and the deep connection between humans and the land. My journey began with a longing to see the world from its highest vantage, drawn by images of Everest, stories of Sherpas, and the quiet dignity of mountain life. I wanted to understand what it means to live in the shadow of giants, to walk the same trails as those who have braved these heights for generations, and to witness the courage and hospitality that define this region. This is an invitation. Come with me to feel the crunch of snow beneath your boots, the warmth of a stranger's smile in the cold, and the spirit of communities thriving in impossible conditions. Experience the laughter shared over a cup of tea, the stories told by firelight, and the sense of belonging that grows in the heart of the mountains. The mountains are not just a backdrop, they are lifeblood, challenge, and sacred temple. They inspire awe and humility, shaping every aspect of life here. For those who venture into their embrace, the Himalayas offer lessons in perseverance, gratitude, and wonder. Let's leave behind the noise and step into a world of breathtaking beauty and quiet strength. Here at the roof of the world, you'll discover not just a landscape, but a way of being, one that invites you to slow down, breathe deeply, and truly see. The high Himalayas are a masterpiece of raw nature, mountains that are gods, glaciers that carve ancient valleys, and air so thin it chills you to the bone. This is a place where the earth rises to meet the sky, where every breath feels like a gift and a challenge. The landscape is both forbidding and awe-inspiring, shaped by millennia of ice, wind, and shifting stone. Here, silence is profound, broken only by the whispering wind and the ever-changing moods of the weather. The wind carries stories from distant peaks, and the clouds drift like ancient spirits, casting shadows that dance across the valleys. In these heights, time seems to slow, and the world feels untouched, almost sacred. Sunlight can turn snowfields into carpets of diamonds, but storms can descend in moments, swallowing the world in fog and fury. The weather here is a living force, one moment gentle and golden, the next wild and unpredictable. It is a reminder that in the Himalayas, nature always has the final word. Life here is shaped by this dance of sun and storm. You learn to respect the sky and the power of nature. Villagers, mountaineers, and shepherds alike look to the horizon, reading the signs in the clouds and winds, adapting their lives to the rhythms of the mountains. Survival here is a daily negotiation with the elements. Yet, beauty thrives. Rhododendrons bloom in riotous color, painting the hillsides with crimson and pink, defying the cold with their vibrancy. These bursts of color are a celebration of life, a promise that even in the harshest places, nature finds a way to flourish. Alpine flowers push through stone, their delicate petals a testament to resilience. Each blossom is a small miracle, thriving where few things dare to grow, adding splashes of color to the gray and white world of rock and snow. And elusive snow leopards roam the cliffs, masters of camouflage and silence. Rarely seen, they are the spirit of these mountains, mysterious, powerful, and perfectly adapted to this extreme environment. Glacial rivers, turquoise and wild, carve deep gorges and are the lifeblood of these valleys. Their icy waters rush down from the heights, shaping the land and sustaining all who live here, from the smallest flower to the largest predator. Crossing a swaying bridge draped in prayer flags feels like a rite of passage into a land of myth. Each flag flutters a prayer into the wind, connecting earth and sky, traveler and mountain, in a silent conversation that has lasted for centuries. The scale is fierce, dramatic, unforgettable. It gets under your skin and stays forever. The mountains tower above, ancient and immovable, reminding you of your own smallness and the vastness of the world. Every step deeper into the mountains is a step into another world. The air grows thinner, the silence deeper, and the sense of wonder more profound. Here you are both lost and found, a tiny part of something immense. Here, nature's grandeur is both humbling and exhilarating. In the land of ice and whispering winds, you discover not just the power of the mountains, but the quiet strength within yourself. The people of these mountains, Sherpas, Gurungs, Bhotias, are as remarkable as the land itself. Their lives are woven with ancient traditions and a deep spiritual connection to the Himalayas. Buddhism is everywhere, in prayer flags, mani stones, and cliffside monasteries. Food is simple but sustaining: dal bhat, zampa, and yak butter tea. Each meal a gesture of hospitality. Community is everything. People rely on each other for survival, and no one faces hardship alone. Festivals like Losar bring music, dance, and shared joy, balancing the daily toil. It's this blend of tradition, food, and unbreakable bonds that lets these communities thrive in such extremes. In the Himalayas, spirit and resilience are as vital as air. In the high Himalayas, cold is a constant force shaping every detail of life. Homes are built from stone and wood, with small windows and a central hearth burning yak dung or scarce wood. Families gather around the fire, sharing warmth, meals, and stories. Clothing is layered and practical: woolen sweaters, sturdy boots, and traditional blankets. Farming is ingenious: stone terraces trap heat, and hardy crops like barley and potatoes are carefully tended. Every harvest is precious, every resource respected. Yet the greatest warmth comes from the people, their smiles, their hospitality, and the simple act of sharing yak butter tea. In a land defined by cold, the human spirit burns bright. Hospitality here is a lesson in connection and resilience. Mountain days begin before sunrise, with the crackle of fires and the rhythm of morning prayers. Women fetch water, prepare breakfast, and ready children for the day. Their strength is the heartbeat of the community. Men lead yaks to pasture villages, tend terraced fields, and the sound of bells echoes through the valleys. Work is constant: planting, harvesting, trading, crafting, and maintaining homes. The mountain paths are lifelines carrying goods and stories between villages. As evening falls, families gather around the hearth, sharing food and recounting the day. Night brings silence broken only by the wind and the brilliance of a million stars. Life here is a cycle of work, connection, and quiet wonder. In the thin air, every day is a testament to endurance and community. In the mountains, storytelling is not just an art, it is a cherished tradition, passed down through generations. As the sun dips behind the peaks and the cold settles in, villagers gather around the warmth of the hearth. Elders, with voices shaped by years and wisdom, share legends by the fire, weaving together history, myth, and the lessons of life. The flickering flames cast dancing shadows, making every tale feel alive, as if the spirits of the mountains themselves are listening in. Tales of the elusive Yeti, the revered Guru Rinpoche, and mysterious mountain spirits are more than mere entertainment. They are a living history, a way for people to remember who they are and where they come from. These stories carry the values, beliefs, and hopes of the community, echoing through the valleys and across the generations. I remember meeting Pasang, a retired Sherpa whose eyes sparkled with the memories of countless journeys. He spoke of asking the mountains permission to climb, not conquering them, a philosophy rooted in deep respect for nature and the spirits believed to dwell within the peaks. His humility and reverence for the land were a lesson I'll never forget, reminding me that true greatness lies in respect and gratitude. Kindness is everywhere in these mountains. One chilly morning, a young girl named Pema noticed I was shivering and, without hesitation, wrapped her own scarf around my neck. It was a gesture of pure generosity, a simple act that spoke volumes about the warmth of the people here. Women gathering herbs on the slopes invited me to join their midday meal, sharing not only their food, but also ancient knowledge of healing plants. Their laughter and stories filled the air, turning a simple lunch into a lesson in community and tradition. These moments, simple yet profound, are the true treasures of travel. They are the memories that shape our understanding of the world and our place within it. The mountains may be harsh and unforgiving, but their people are gentle, wise, and endlessly giving. Their resilience and kindness shine brightest against the backdrop of rugged peaks and swirling mists. Stories and acts of kindness connect us across cultures and time, reminding us that no matter where we come from, we share the same hopes, dreams, and capacity for compassion. These are the memories that linger long after the journey ends, echoing in our hearts and inspiring us to seek connection wherever we go. The Himalayas awaken the spirit of adventure in all who visit. Arriving at Lukla's cliffside airstrip, the journey begins on foot, following ancient trails through forests and over dizzying bridges. Every step reveals new vistas, snow-capped giants, deep valleys, and endless sky. The scale is overwhelming, yet you feel connected to something eternal. On the trail, you meet porters, monks, and fellow travelers, sharing stories and forging instant bonds. Life is stripped to essentials: walking, eating, sleeping, and marveling at the world. The mountains challenge and reward you, leaving you changed and full of wonder. The adventure is both physical and deeply personal. To answer the call of the mountains is to embark on the journey of a lifetime. Mountain communities are not just inhabitants, they are guardians of a fragile world. Their sustainable traditions and deep respect for nature have preserved these lands for centuries. But climate change and modern pressures threaten this balance. Melting glaciers, erratic weather, and the lure of city life. Tourism brings both opportunity and risk. Responsible travel is essential. We must support local economies, respect traditions, and minimize our impact. The wisdom of these people is a resource we must honor and protect. They are the true stewards of the Himalayas, and their future depends on our partnership. My journey ends, but the mountains remain, etched in memory, alive in spirit. To travel here is to be changed by nature's power and human resilience. The stories of Pasang, Pima, and the women gathering herbs remind me of our shared humanity. These mountains are teachers, sanctuaries, and sources of inspiration. Their future depends on our respect and protection. Let's promise to be mindful visitors and passionate advocates for their preservation. The mountains are calling. Let's listen, learn, and respond with our hearts. The story of the Himalayas is one the world must hear and protect together.